Hey everyone, I'm going to go over some new and extremely exciting news that we have for base Monster Hunter Rise on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC Windows. And today we're going to be checking out the fact that later today on March 13th, a brand new patch will be dropping for the Xbox One, Xbox Series S, Xbox Series X, PC Windows, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5 versions of the game. Originally, the official Capcom Twitter account and the Monster Hunter Twitter account basically confirmed that they would be dropping a patch at a later date. This was a few days ago, and of course, today is the day. This video will be going live on Monday morning, so I'll try to line it up so make sure that you guys know that this patch is going live today. Before we cover the patch notes, though, I do want to quickly mention that a couple of Komura Village item packs are available for you to go ahead and download. This is still applicable to Xbox, PlayStation, and PC Windows, and all you basically need to do is go to the Steelworks, speak to the courier cat, go all the way down to the add-ons options, and claim any free item packs or event quests or anything you haven't picked up already. I do also know that they added a couple of layered armors options as well. If you hadn't picked those up, those are available there as well. And of course, pretty much all the downloadable event quest stuff, free title updates, anything that was available through the launch of Rise on Nintendo Switch and PC Steam that was released post-launch is all available on PlayStation, but a couple of more things were added recently as well. Namely, the Komura Village Welcome Set number 3, adding 10 Lagni Apples, 3 Komura tickets, 200 honey, and 50 max potions, as well as the Komura Village Welcome Set number 4, adding 10 more Lagni Apples, 3 Komura tickets, and 50 heavy armor spheres. So these items are available now. You shouldn't have to wait until the 13th to be able to pick them up. You should be able to pick them up relatively by this point in time after the digital Capcom presentation. Now, pretty much continuing to the official patch notes, they didn't really do the same thing that they have been doing when it comes to the Nintendo Switch or PC Steam versions of the patch notes, where we get this long list of highly detailed changes. Here, they just basically posted one straight up images mentioning that Xbox Windows are basically patch 10.0.4.0, whereas both the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 versions have different names. The PlayStation 4 version is called 10.03 and the PlayStation 5 version is called 10.000.004. So at the end of the day, what I'm saying here is that this patch is pretty much the same thing for Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Series X, Windows, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, but of course they all have different names for whatever reason, whereas Nintendo Switch and PC Steam, they all have the same name. So hopefully they could get this stuff sorted out by the time that Sunbreak drops on all of these consoles. They do specifically mention that first and foremost, they fixed an issue that causes the selected character type not to be reflected correctly when using a character edit voucher. Any character affected by this issue should now be reflected correctly character type. So pretty much the character types were not being reflected. Essentially, they didn't look the way that you had selected them. And if you're using character edit voucher tickets, remember that on Rise and Sunbreak, you do have free tickets, at the very least 1 or 2, maybe 3 tops, to be able to edit your character around, make it look however it is that you want. And eventually you have to pay for that option. I think it's like $3, $4, something like that, if you use up all the free character edit voucher tickets. And therefore, some characters that were supposed to look one specific way, they did not. So that issue has been adjusted for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC Windows. They also mentioned that they fixed an issue where the Palico Meow limit was unable to be downloaded. Now, this is, of course, the USJ collaboration event quest, I believe, or the downloadable layered armor pack that we ended up getting for the feline. So your Palico's USJ layered armor option was not able to be downloaded for whatever reason. And now they finally went ahead and addressed that issue as well. This is all PlayStation, Xbox, and PC Windows. They also mentioned that they fixed an issue with the ID on page 2 after the guild card was incorrect. Now, guild cards, no one really pays attention to those anymore, but the ID, for whatever reason, in which every character seems to have a different ID, that wasn't properly being displayed after page 2, so they went ahead and they fixed that. They also mentioned that they fixed an issue that causes screen tearing to occur when altering between the Xbox version and Windows version with the same account. Essentially, Xbox and Windows versions only. VSync will no longer be disabled on the Xbox version. Now, this is a really interesting bug and glitch that they found, because essentially this showcases just some of those issues you might end up running into if you are using cross-play. Remember that no versions of this game has cross-save and cross-play, except when you're talking about the PlayStation 4 version to the PlayStation 5 version, upgrading to, and cross-play, as you can play with PS4 and PS5 players together, but nobody else. And Xbox One, Xbox Series S, Xbox Series X, and PC Windows can play with each other, and your save data can also travel from one version to the other. You can actually go back and forth from an Xbox One to a Series X, or a Series X to an Xbox One, and you will not be, limited in any of that regard. So this bug that introduces screen tearing pretty much whenever you play from Xbox to PC Windows is just one of those byproducts of just simply having crossplay, when maybe all the settings are just a little bit different. So that is just one of the issues that they seem to have run into here this time around. They also mentioned that they reduced lobby joining failures caused by the timeout error MR23581 on the PlayStation 4 version only. This screen error can occur during issues within your network environments, but we're attempting to minimize these cases by adjusting network processing. So if you're playing on the PS4 version only and you're having a lot of timeout errors, essentially lobbying, not being able to join a specific lobby through searches or whatever the case is, maybe they have gone ahead and adjusted that to a point that is probably working for you now, but maybe they're still mentioning that they're still going to continue to look at it. So maybe there will be more issues like that going forward. Interesting that I'll mention that with the PS5, maybe there's a speed bandwidth limit issue there that's been adjusted, and certainly they don't mention any of that with Xbox or PC Windows. Lastly, they mentioned that we sincerely apologize for any inconvenience that these issues may have caused. Thank you for your continued support of Monster Hunter Rise by the Monster Hunter Rise development team. So that is pretty much what we're looking at. Version 10.0.4.0 on Xbox and Windows, version 10.03 on PlayStation 4, and version 10.0.0.004 on PlayStation 5. God, I hope they actually go ahead and sync up all those version numbers into one like they have on Nintendo Switch and PC Steam. So when Sunbreak drops, and presumably it will be dropping on patch number 3 based on the information they provided at the digital presentation, hopefully they can sync up these patch notes numbers all and once and for all. But that's about all the information that I have for you guys today. If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.